Well, hello, friends. This is TexAgs Rewind. I am David Nuno with Matt Browning of The Fan Show, Kelly Adams of The Fan Show, Chase Hernandez. This is a very formal introduction to the show. We are brought to you by T-Mobile. Do you remember how the script goes for this part?
We're presented by T-Mobile.com.
Visit T-Mobile.com/CrossAmerica.
Yeah, Cross America.
To learn how you get more value and coverage. Through T-Mobile. T-Mobile.com. Yeah. All right, guys. That was really awkward. Yeah. But fun show. These guys were good. You guys really.
Fan show on a Friday, man.
Fan show on a Friday.
It's party.
It's something.
It was good. I'm not going to lie. It was really good. You know who was really good? Olin Buchanan, as he always is.
You're going to kill him in that Tough Mudder, by the way.
We're not going to do it because the Aggies are going to make the NCAA tournament.
Hey, he's hoping they really do.
I'm hoping they do too because I haven't trained for it. But that's all right. But we had him. We banked on a lot of good stuff. He's banking on Q Jackson and Boots. I'm banking on Trevor Warner whenever he comes back. Hopefully this weekend, knocking a home run. We did around Aggieland there with Richard Zane. We had our Baseball Roundtable. Zane's a part of that. Brian's a part of that. Scott Clendenin's there. And John Pugliese talking a little hoops. Are they going to make the tournament? Just let them watch the video. They'll know. Go ahead. True. You want to tell them?
No, they're not going to make the tournament, guys.
They're going to make the tournament?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
All right, just watch the video. OB, what would you like to bank on?
Can I steal yours from last week?
What was it?
About Quentin Jackson.
Oh, continuing his little streak?
Yeah, because why not? And maybe I'll just put it this way. I'm banking on the duo of Kenyon Jackson and Boots.
That's what I had on mine, yeah.
Oh, is that what you're going to do today?
I had two because I figured you'd have to pick one of those two.
So I'm 40 points between those two. I'm banking on it.
Banking on 40 points. Okay. All right. I'll take it. If they combine for 40, let's just say Henry Coleman gives them another 10 and 9 rebounds. They're winning.
I feel confident. I feel confident because I think they figured out what is their formula for success.
I am banking on something in baseball. Trevor Warner is expected to return this weekend. He's been gone, abductor issue. I believe he's going to go yard when he comes back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not saying the first at bat, but we're going to feel his presence real quick in his return to the lineup for the Aggie baseball team. What's up, man?
You want to talk about superhero performances? How about Quentin Jackson and Tyrese Radford on Wednesday night?
How about those? And you know what? I'm going to throw in Henry Coleman, 68 points combined from those three. But yes, those two are superheroes.
Those two guys. I mean, I was going to get to Henry Coleman as well.
Sorry.
But you're right. Thank you for jogging my memory. Of course, Wednesday night, Texas A&M put in perhaps their most impressive performance of the season, taking down a ranked opponent on the road, beating number 25 Alabama in Tuscaloosa by 16 points, 87-71.
I call that a beatdown.
That was a beatdown, and I didn't really feel like it was that close.
No.
It felt like A&M won by 20.
There was a point where Alabama makes it, 9-8 point game, and it's like, this is the point. They have to make a play here, and they made not just one play.
Exactly. It was incredible. Quentin Jackson, 28 points, Tyrese Radford, 22, and then Henry Coleman III, couldn't forget him, 18 points. 11 rebounds, double-double.
Yeah, he was huge. What a game.
A&M has a chance to get their 20th win of the season, which, of course, everyone thinks is a benchmark for NCAA tournament consideration, as well as finish with a 500 record in SEC on Saturday night when they host Mississippi State, 7:30 p.m. tip-off on the SEC network. I know you'll be staying up for that one.
Oh, 100%.
Will you be going?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go.
I think you should.
I think I'm going to go. I come back from Houston around 6:30, so yeah, I'll be there.
Women's basketball wrapped up their season on Wednesday as well. They fell to Vanderbilt in the first round of the Southeastern Conference Tournament, 85-69. Destiny pitched 24 points. Kayla Wells had 20, and then Aaliyah Patty had 10. Of course, with the season coming to an end, that means legendary head coach Gary Blair can ride off into the sunset and enjoy his retirement after 50 years in coaching, the last 19 spent at Texas A&M. They arrived back at Easterwood yesterday, and Gary Blair got the water arch over the plane as the captain officially heads into retirement. A nice moment for him, and of course, thanks to Gary Blair for everything he's done.
One of the best people I know. Just a great person.
I love talking with him. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah, he is great.
Jim Schlossnagle Schlossnagle and company got back on the win wagon on Tuesday night. They took down HBU 3-2 at Olsen Field. Brett Minich had a home run. Jack Moss drove in a pair, and Christian Curtis earned his second win of his career. 5 shutout innings, only gave up 2 hits. They'll be on the road this weekend for the first time of the season, playing in the Frisco Classic at Riders Field, the AA home of the Frisco Rough Riders, an affiliate of the Texas Rangers. They'll face Washington State at 7 p.m. on Friday, Iowa at 6 on Saturday, and Wichita State at 6 on Sunday. All of the games will be streaming on a pay-per-view service, flowbaseball.com. I will be there. Jamie will be there. Excited to get to be in North Texas for the weekend.
So this on pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view. You got to pay to watch. Softball's on the road in the Judy Garmin Classic. They've got 5 games this weekend out in Fullerton, California. Pretty sure the weather's going to be nice. Equestrian's back in action, and then on the road in Dallas facing number 7 SMU at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Sam Bennett playing in the Arnold Palmer Invitational. He finished 2 over yesterday. The cut line's projected at 1 over, but he's got a 1:19 p.m. tee time today. Women's tennis begins SEC play today against South Carolina. They'll also host number 13 Florida on Sunday. Men's tennis has 2 matches today at the Mitchell Tennis Center. They'll face Incarnate Word, and then they begin SEC action with Arkansas at 6 p.m. tonight.
All right, so let's start there. What went wrong and what went right over the last week, guys?
I think more went wrong than went right, and I think Jim Schlossnagle will tell you that. One of the things that I've been you definitely notice it. I don't know if you call it refreshing, whatever you want to say, is that he is brutally honest in his interviews post-game during the week. He's going to tell you the truth, and he ain't going to sugarcoat it. Whereas I think Rob was a little bit more measured with kind of how he presented his information. Schloss is going to tell you exactly how it is, exactly what's on his mind. And he's not really worried about people's feelings in terms of, if people hear it, like, what are they going to think? Like, I think that the week was frustrating would be the big word. And I don't know that there was a better word for it. It's early, so there's no need to panic, and I wrote that this week. But it's frustrating. When you leave all those guys on, it's frustrating. When you strike out the rate that A&M's striking out, it's frustrating. They're better hitters than that. And he believes that they're better hitters than that. And, Scott, I don't know if you heard on, I believe it was the post game in the midweek against Houston Baptist. He said, we're going to coach this team like we think they're going to be.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where he is, and I agree. I've heard the interviews. I think that he is giving you a great look at where everything really is. I agree with him that not getting guys on base would be a bigger problem, but nothing is more frustrating than getting the guys on base and not driving them home. And I think that he showed that there are guys that I want to pitch that I'm not ready to pitch in a 2-run ball game or a 1-run ball game, that I need this team to spread it out so I can give those guys the opportunity. We saw that in the first game of the year. At the end of the game when A&M spread that game out, then you had a chance to see some guys go out there and get their feet wet. And I think that's why frustration is a good word for it. And I think it also amplifies, and I mean, one of the questions we had to answer is, well, Trevor Warner's not out there. Well, the Trevor Warner we saw definitely affects the games, but Trevor Warner also needs time out there so he can back up what he did in the first week and make that who Trevor Warner is the rest of the season.
Zane?
Yeah, and I think that Trevor Warner's performance in the first weekend of the season is now leading to perhaps some unrealistic expectations for when he returns to the lineup. Now, I think if he is in the lineup, they probably win at least one, maybe both of those games they dropped this weekend. But, I mean, consider what we've seen from him in the past. It doesn't tell me that I'm ready to anoint him an all-SEC player just yet, although I think he is going to be a key cog in the middle of that lineup and on defense.
So let's start off with that. Q Jackson, you texted me. He's impressing some people. How can he not with the way he's playing? But this is even before the Alabama game.
Yeah, in today's NBA, and if you look at the reality of these guys coming out of college who are 4, or in Q's case, a 5-year player. A lot of these guys end up having staying power because they learn by staying in college that long. They learn multiple roles, and Q came in as an athlete, a guy who could make plays in transition, and then slowly but surely, he has developed into a guy that you can really count on to get a shot for himself, which in the NBA is a huge part of the game. Now, what he will be and what people have really gravitated towards with him is he'll be a guy who comes in, gives you energy, has the athleticism, can defend multiple positions, especially guard positions, and he doesn't have to carry the ball as a point guard in today's NBA. Because athletically, like he's top of the charts and he fits in the league, but it's his ability to defend and now make plays that I think are impressing most people. So he's a 10-day contract, two-way guy. You know, he'll probably start as a G League guy. Potentially, you know, he goes to a two-way, he gets on a roster, and then I think he stays. Like I am really impressed by this guy. The thing that's hurting him is no scouts are watching Texas A&M play right now. You know, the only time scouts are watching Texas A&M play are when they're playing Kentucky or they're playing these teams that have guys, right? And so most people have only gotten a quick look at him, but I don't know his last 5 game stats, but I have to imagine they're pretty darn impressive. And so play your best basketball at the end of the year and create some excitement. If you can get a couple games in the SEC tournament and potential postseason run in one of the tournaments, it's really going to help him. I've always been a big fan of Q, and I'm just so impressed with his development. And I'm sure a lot of it is on him, David, but you got to give this A&M staff a lot of credit for what they've done with Quentin Jackson.
The very serious one in the bunch, Chase Hernandez, tell him what to do.
You're going to go to YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, share.
Anything else you want to add, Kelly?
Oh, you can retweet it on Twitter.
There you go. I like that.
Have an outstanding weekend.
Go Batman.